SuperMarket Memoirs, Slippery When Wet, by MPZ, 1968. Vendor at the back door, vendor at the back door. That's all I hear, all day long. Well, at least from 7 until 1. Hi there, I'm Stuart. I'm the DSD receiver here at Barnaby's. I've been here for the last 15 years. For those of you who don't know what DSD stands for, it stands for Direct Store Delivery, which means that I'm in charge of receiving all products that are delivered to the store by outside companies, such as Tasty Cake, Frito-Lay, Little Debbie, all the soda and bread companies, things like that. Also, any books and magazines that you may see in the store. As you already know, Barnaby's is a very old store. We don't have any computers. Every bill invoice I get is physically checked in and verified by me, signed off by me, and then filed away in a large cabinet in the office. We hold them for a year and then send them up to the main office. Anyway, this place has a long history of weird and horrible events that happened here. Here's my story. It was January 2 years ago, a few days after New Year's. It had snowed the night before, not bad, but bad enough. It was about 8:30 in the morning, I'd say. One of our bread vendors was pushing a bread rack down the ramp and out to his truck, when he slipped and fell on the ice, slid down the ramp, and bounced off the side wall and right into the path of an 18-wheeler Pepsi truck backing up to the deck for delivery. The driver tried to stop, but his wheels locked and the whole truck slid on the ice as well. It was too late. He screamed right before the truck ran over him. I've never heard anyone scream like that before. It still gives me nightmares. The wheels of the truck crushed his skull and then rolled over his body continuously as the truck slid down the incline and slammed into the loading dock doors. The right front passenger tire stopping directly on top of the body. It was horrible. I threw up right there in the snow. There was blood and bones and pieces of flesh smashed down into the snow, on the tires of the truck, and on the bread rack. Severed body parts and what looked like internal organs spread out all around the body. The worst part about it was that the truck had to run back over him to clear the crime scene, once the cops and the coroner got there. I used to wonder how they cleaned up automobile accidents such as this. Now I know. I'm sure that they have a proper name for it, but to me, it looked like a giant snow shovel. They scraped up the remains and put them in a body bag. They had to scrape it up 3 or 4 times to get all of him. There was blood dripping off, body parts hanging out of it. I almost puked again. Now, get this. They used 2-liter bottles of Coke to clean up the blood off the pavement. No, seriously, Coca-Cola, the soda. Look it up if you don't believe me. Anyway, it's ironic that they used Coke to clean up a crime scene involving a Pepsi truck. I'm sorry about that, it's really a bad joke. Anyway, sometimes when I'm outside cleaning up where the trucks pull in, sweeping and picking up the trash, that kind of stuff, I swear that I can see him standing there, right where he died and staring at me. It always freaks me out. But that's not the only ghost that we have here. The owner, Pat, has seen a few Native American ghosts roaming around the store, but that's a different story. Anyway, the driver of the truck has not been charged with anything as it was clearly an accident. The cops impounded the truck as evidence and took witness statements and then they left. The coroner left as soon as he had finished removing the remains. I don't know where the driver went. I went home sick, obviously. I just couldn't do any more. I mean, I'm getting nauseous just thinking about it now. I'll never forget that day for as long as I live. And I haven't used a snow shovel ever since.